So let's work this one out, right? I told you something about, you don't have to believe me when I told you humans become what they learn. Kind of sounds pretty good though when we went through a few examples, but let's try the opposite. We sit a horse in the chair, and we teach the horse engineering and engineering and engineering and engineering. At the end of 4 years, what do we get? Right? Why? Because animals don't have this superpower that's inside every single human, the power to change. Dogs will always be dogs. Pigs will always be pigs. Kittens will never turn into goats. But human beings can change into all kinds of things, and if we're not careful, we can change into dogs or puppies. I was at a school, and I gave a girl $100 for getting a question right. $100 would go a long way with some kids. They were very excited. I was at this school, so I had probably 85 kids, 5 of their teachers, and I was just testing to see what they were learning from teachers instead of each other. So I was at one elementary school where 85% of the kids could give me 5 songs and who sang them. But only 5% of those kids knew what a career was. What does that tell you? Oh, we learn, we're just not learning the stuff that we get paid for. We're learning to buy their music. We're learning to keep paying. And we got to learn to be like them, not pay them. And you have to pay in the beginning to be their teacher. But as we talked about money, look, if you become what you learn and you want to be rich, how are you going to be rich if you hate the only people who can teach you how? Right? If we keep learning about money from poor people, we keep hanging out with broke-ass people. Oh, excuse me, did I say out loud? But right? But there are progressions to this, right? Right? There's broke, there's poor, there's po, right? Where the final O-R is silent. Po, that's really bad. Whew. That becomes that's a literacy problem too, right? Man, right? So, but you see that rationally, 7%. We get it. We've got to do our own work and dig up the emotions that are tied to the beliefs. Who taught me that? So let's what we're doing. Everything you're going to think you know, you're going to have to stop and say, who taught me that? Because if you come up on the street trying to tell me something, or you come in one of my classes, I used to do this at Catholic Charities, they come in and they try to say, no, you know, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, excuse me, sorry I didn't say this earlier. Thank you for coming to Hero School. I understand that every one of you guys is superior to me in some way. You know stuff I don't. But in my classroom, please allow me to be the expert. Because if you try to tell me something while you're in here, everything you say can and will be used against you while you're here by me, okay? Just to let you know. Okay? But one of the questions I always give is, right, I got to say, who taught you that? Now, it might be right, so be ready for an answer. But one of the best things you can do is ask yourself, were they an expert, or was it just a friend?